Hello all you Porsche files. We have another one here by Inno64, but it's not a normal 997. It has a Liberty Walk body kit on it. So it's brand new in package. Let's hope that they keep up their quality. In general, I don't think I've really been let down by this brand. Some might have had some minor issues, but there's never like any major issues with this brand. But this is a pretty new release. Let's see if the quality is still up to par. Alright, so on the back here it tells you what the baby blue 997, some sort of code. Alright, and then you can see the model from four sides. This card back here is a container, no decals, nothing like that. So line outline here. Is there tape? No tape. So actually for this is actually a pretty tight fit, so that's good. It's not a good habit to lift things by the top cover, but you know, if you're new to the hobby, I used to do that. So, and then someone told me in the comments to open it lengthwise so you don't snap any mirrors off. So that makes sense too. Alright. I'm looking for any tow hooks or antennas that I could break off easily. Since I don't see them, I think we'll take this off the base. Looking on the Liberty Walk website, this body kit in fiberglass is $18,000. In carbon fiber, it's only $20,300. For fiberglass, that's a complete ripoff. You know, fiberglass is not an expensive material. It should not cost $18,000. So you definitely want, if you have the kind of money to do this, just go get the carbon fiber one. It's only like $2,300 more, right? So and it's going to be like significantly lighter. All right, so unfortunately, you know, they both have black wheels, so you can't see those details. I'm not even sure if this is the exact car that was modeled. Probably not, but I was just looking for a blue one. It doesn't have the Rising Sun logo. The wheels look, well, I can't even tell about the wheels. These exhausts are definitely different. This one has the real car has twin ovals, whereas the model here has this standard trapezoid, I guess. So I did a little searching here, and on their official website, it does have those trapezoid type of exhaust tips. Not sure if you can tell there on the monitor though. But this view, you know, you can get an idea of how much wider it is on an already wide car. Alright, so it definitely is a baby blue. There's no metallic in it. And all these prints here are tampos. So that's good. I think some Innos do run decals, but it might be just for the race cars. But yeah, these tampos are good. It's like a dot matrix fade here on the Rising Sun. Alright. Some black paint there for this vent. Some dimples here for the fender screws. And then there's black in here as well. I'm gonna guess that's paint. I don't think it's a decal. Alright. So the wheels themselves, they're probably those Forgiato wheels that you see on a lot of Liberty Walk conversions. And they have 5 recesses for the lug nuts. That looks nice. And then you can obviously see there's a silver brake rotor with a gold caliper there. Yeah, but the tread blocks, look at the top tread blocks. They're really big. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, it looks like a rally car when you see these tread blocks. Yeah, those aren't even really nice treads. I haven't bought high performance tires in a long time, but what do you think? Do those look like realistic tires? I don't know. To me they don't, but again, I haven't bought high performance tires in a long time. To me they look like something that belong on a $3 toy. So that's unfortunate. I would rather have it run slicks than have those weird tread blocks from the side view. Because when you put it down, you're never going to see the tread of a tire, right? On a car this low. If this was like a 4x4 truck, I could understand. But this is so low, who's going to see the tread anyways? They're only going to see it when it's upside down. But who displays their models like that? Right? So that's just me. What I am liking is it tells you it's a 997. It's not just 911. And then it also tells you LBWK, who made it, what scale. One thing that's missing though is when was this casting made, you know? I'd like to know the year. That way if you buy this 20 years from now on eBay, you'll know if it's in good shape or not. I do like that Inno screws their bases together. This might be a metal base. Feels kind of cool. But anyways, being screwed together, you can modify it. You can paint the interior if you want because it's just black. Or you could fix any problems, which hopefully we won't find any. Although, now that I say that, the gap here on the front is very gappy on this side. It's kind of tight on this side. Let me go back to this. This one seems, well, I don't know. Alright. You'll see the front tire gets stuck. It's probably because the tire is rubbing the casting itself. If you want cars that roll, stick to Hot Wheels. I just don't think that any brands care that much about rollability when you want to try to get detail in instead. It's really hard, you know, because the axles are bent sometimes. You very often get friction. Yeah. Alright, well, door handle there seems okay. Up here we have some rib texturing. And then spinning around to the front, there's a texture in the grills. Looking good. A little silver for those LEDs. And there's something on the license plate. Performance? Oh, probably LB Performance. Alright, let's see about the headlights. Well, they're really nice because there's a clear lens, but there's a carbon fiber texture printed on that lens. And then behind it, you got some molded details for the lights. So not bad. This is actually a really nice Porsche crest. It's really hard to get a good Porsche crest in this scale. Yeah, it's alright. You can't read Porsche or anything like that. LB Performance, yep, it is there in script. We have some raised painted black wiper blades, look alright. Some molding, painted in black as well. These mirrors have reflective stickers on them, so you can't get better than that. Side windows, black molding, painted black. Going to the rear here, so again, you get a nice view of the over fendering. And then we have the, I'm guessing those are like stock 911 exhausts. But the rear fender is obviously not stock. This is just a black graphic. Black in here. And then we have clear red taillights, but also a clear section for the backup lights, so that's pretty good. Some printed on rivet marks. Again, nice to see something on a license plate. This license plate is a separate piece, by the way. It's not molded in. What about the front? Yeah, it's actually, look at that. Yeah, it's a, oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it off the stand. That could easily chip off. If I touch that, it'll snap right off. Okay, so gotta be careful of the license plates. Alright, wing struts, they're okay, you know. They're a lot thinner in real life, but you can't make the plastic too thin or it'll snap. Alright, there's a ducktail here that the struts are bisecting or cutting through. Nice wing. There's a wing profile up there and on the bottom as well. Then we have some rivet marks again shown here and here. Don't really care about the defroster lines, but they're there and they're not overly thick. You can still see the rear seats a little bit, but yeah, I don't know, they're molded windows. I think there's a rear view mirror there. Let's try from the front view. Yeah, there is a rear view mirror there. Alright, I'm gonna get a flashlight because this black interior is just hard to see stuff. So I'm going to actually put the model down so I can hit the focus button. And then zoom in. And then let's see what we can find. So it's molded black. Usually Innos have something in the instrument cluster, but I can't see it this time around. Let me get a different angle. No. Well, maybe it is there. Yeah, you see those white dials? It looks like there's 2 white or 3 white gauges inside. It's that the window itself, I think, is tinted. So it's really wrinkly because I think there's literally like smoke paint on the windows. Or was that just my finger? No. Still looks pretty wavy, that window. May have helped out. Might have just been a lot of excess oil from my hands. So this is really kind of one of the reasons why these models come on those plastic bases. It's so you don't get fingernail oil all over the windows and the paint and all that stuff, and accidentally knock that license plate off. Okay. I don't see any additional harnesses or anything like that. Alrighty, well, it's pretty nice. Let me just look at it with my own eyes here. I don't see any paint bubbling. So I don't see any scratches or gouges in the casting. Even the rear wing, like sometimes you have that additional plastic of it being pulled off the sprue. I don't see any of that. Mirrors are pretty well aligned. So it is weird to say it, but from initial impressions, this is a flawless model. I don't see any strange paint overruns or anything like that. I mean, I may have missed it. Please comment if you think it's not perfect, but I think it's a perfect model, so that's great. So, I lucked out again. Inno64 coming through again. It's a great brand. I love these guys. They're my favorite die-cast metal brand, I think. They're not overly priced like, say, Ignition model is. So, the only thing, I guess, if I was really nitpicking is, you know, sometimes they come with second wheel sets, but that's usually on the cars with no extra graphics. Maybe because of all these extra side printing and, you know, that's why they didn't have the budget for the extra wheels. Alright, well, it's time to look at some other Porsches here from a couple other brands. So I have this 911 Speedster from 2011. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that a 997? I think. I might be wrong. Maybe it's a 997/1. But this is saying, this next one is a 991/1 from Kyosho, or really Pao Feng. On the bottom it says Kyosho, but it was listed as a Pao Feng. And so it simply isn't as good as a Kyosho. There's something just off. Details like this casting is pretty bad. The headlights aren't really flush with the body. Yeah, Pao Fengs are not as nice, but as Kyosho. There's a lot of orange peel on that hood as well. Alright, this last one I'm going to put next to it because it's a wide body also. But it's made by Sparky. It's a 911 RSR, but it doesn't tell me what generation of RSR. So I don't know if it's a 997 or a 991. I'm going to guess a 991, but please leave a comment. So the RSR is even wider, being a real race car, not a body kit. Alright. Well, let's let this guy spin on its own. Every model gets a chance to spin on its own, get its own glory. So after a while I thought about it, I couldn't leave it enough alone, so I repainted it. I don't like black wheels, you can't see the spokes. So these are like a Tamiya branded paint. It's titanium gold, it's the official color Tamiya calls it. And then on the inside, the blue is a sky blue, also by Tamiya Paint. So I left the dashboard black though, and I have to warn you, that dashboard was glued to the base, and so I had to tear it off the, I tore the plastic essentially. But it tore at the bottom, so you can't see the brake anyways, so it was no big deal. Alright, so anyways, that's it. So it's a great model, but I like it better now that I can actually see the details better. So, alright, thanks for watching. See you around.